because I believe every woman has a story to tell. And we all have so much more in common than we think. These are the women next to me.
So it was also mentioned that there's all these different types of breast cancer. Breast cancer is not just breast cancer. So let's go around and share what kind we got. Kimber, go for it.
I have HER2 positive, estrogen positive, progesterone negative, invasive ductal carcinoma. My tumor was 13 centimeters by 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. And that's big.
Mm-hmm.
It metastasized to my lymph nodes as well. My axillary and sentinel.
Okay. All right, Rebecca.
I have what she has.
Yeah, you guys have like the exact same, right?
But again, mine didn't spread because of that zit. So I caught mine pretty quickly. And then on day 6 after my first chemo, which Portia is actually really good to me. I feel like I do need to stand up for the ports a little bit, you guys. Portia's awesome. The only one that hurts it is me. Like I randomly will like slip off something because my nerves and my fingers. And so like I'll punch myself. But other than that, she's great. And she helped deliver, I meditate a lot. I'm one of those weirdos that sits and like visualizes light and the medicine like attacking cells during chemo. And I actually felt the medication working on day 6 of the chemo and the tumor was gone. So yeah, I have everything she has, but it didn't spread, luckily.
Yay. Jill?
All right, so I have invasive ductal carcinoma and ductal carcinoma in situ because one kind's not enough. And I am estrogen receptor positive, progesterone receptive, borderline, so we're calling it a positive, and HER2 negative. And I haven't had surgery yet, so they don't know about the sentinel nodes, but they're pretty sure that I have some in my axillary node based on one of my scans. So that's fun.
And so you and I have the same. So I'm with estrogen positive, progesterone positive, HER2 negative. I had IDC, which is the invasive ductal carcinoma. I had DCIS, which is what you had, and then I also had LCIS. And then I had, and then yes, it was in my lymph nodes as well. So I had 7 spots total. I think it's
crazy.
Yeah,
so were you guys all stage 3?
I'm stage 3.
I forgot I have DCIS too. I have both of them.
Oh my God.
You're stage 3, right? Because your lymph nodes and the size. And then Jill,
Yeah.
you know what? You won't know till surgery.
Right, not till surgery. They're kind of at like a 2B, 3A kind of like borderline type situation just because of the size right now.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people don't realize that they can give you like an estimation of what stage you are. And breast cancer can range anywhere from stage 0 to stage 4. But once you have surgery, that's when they'll give you the official staging. And for many people, it's not until almost the end of your battle or whatever it may be, whatever they call it. I don't know, but it's at the end of everything is usually, I shouldn't say usually, sometimes when the surgery is. So,
yeah.
Okay, so where's everybody at in their process right now?
Hiding.
Well, I finished chemo on 4/20. And then I had 28 cycles of radiation. I finished that on September 18th. And then since I'm HER2 positive, and my first 6 chemos were TCPH, which is Taxotere, carboplatin, Herceptin, and Perjeta. For a full year, I have to have Herceptin and Perjeta. And I just finished that a couple weeks ago. You guys came and surprised me, and it was pretty dope.
We did. You did do that. All right, Rebecca, what about you?
I have the same chemo regimen as Kimber, so it's super fun. I will have my last session of chemo January 27th with the full 4 medications. And then I'll go to just having the infusions of the 2 until October. I have not had surgery yet. So that's kind of where my head's spinning at, deciding, do I keep them? Do I not keep them? Do I rebuild? Do I not rebuild? I mean, I feel like I kind of rock the, bald, no, I could go androgynous at this point. Like, let's just go for it. So we're just kind of figuring that out. And then I am praying I can skip radiation because you guys scared the shit out of me. In regards to radiation, like the meds I can handle, all that stuff, but the radiation just doesn't look fun. So, yeah, I'm not sure what that'll look like. And then obviously I don't know yet what the plan is, but since it's estrogen positive, I'm gonna have to shut off my ovaries. So I don't know yet whether or not I'm gonna have to have the ovaries removed as well at the end.
I have noticed that, and maybe you guys can speak to this a little bit too, Jill, I'll get to you in a minute, but like everybody would say like, oh, what you just finished was the hardest. This next step is going to be so much easier. And then the next step was not easier. And then it was like, you survived this and this. The next step, you're going to fly through it. And then it was like, no, like, so I really need people to not say I'm going to fly through and like things are going to be easy, because that's when they're the worst. So yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, and I mean, along the lines of that, so yes, chemo really sucks, but I have to admit, I thought it would be way worse. So there are people that do go through it. Yes, I might live in the bathroom. Yeah, I lost my hair, my skin. The side effects are there, but like the way movies and stuff portrays it, I think, is in your head, and I thought it would be a lot worse. So there are some. But I'm clearly the optimist over here, so.
Well, and it's different for every single person too.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the same exact medicine and the same exact like treatment plan laid out, and how your body reacts to it is so different from person to person. That they give you the list of side effects and then they're like, keep going, turn to the next page, and you're like, oh, like, okay. And then you're like, do I get to pick which ones I'm going to have? Or like, hopefully you only have one or two, but maybe you'll have all 40, like, and maybe you'll have them this time, but not this time. And like, it's kind of just like like playing some roulette that you don't know what you're going to get. And you kind of just have to suck it up and deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. All right, Jill, where are you at?
So I started chemo on December 17th. So I have my second round tomorrow. I have, because the way that we are going to end 2020 with chemo. And then I am going to start 2021 going and getting a very expensive shot to boost my white blood cells. And then I'm not going to worry about my out of pocket for the rest of the whole entire 2021. Mm-hmm. So like, let's all just look for the silver linings where we can. I'm meeting my out of pocket on day 1 of the year. So I will have 8 rounds of chemo total. 4 of, it's called AC, is the shortened version of it. People call it the Red Devil because it looks like red Kool-Aid, and usually has like the worst side effects. And then 4 of Taxol. And like we said, like people are like, oh, if AC is really hard for you, then you'll just fly through Taxol. Or like, oh, if this is really bad, then this will be. And I'm just kind of like, it's happening and it is what it is. And we'll just take it one day at a time, because you never know how your body is going to react to these things or what side effects you're going to have. Mm-hmm. And then probably radiation, maybe, we'll see. And then I will be, well, after chemo, I will have a double mastectomy, because that is the choice that I'm making based on family history and recurrences and family members and things like that, that I'm like, I would like to not do this ever again. And I had the surgeon tell me, we can just do the one side, but then to make you symmetrical, we'll need to do surgery on the other side as well. So I'm like, you know what, let's just go for it and just do them both at the same time. So I'll do that, and then radiation, and then some type of reconstruction.
Yes. So I'm through most of it. All I have left is the reconstruction part, but I did the 4 AC, the 4 Taxol, Then I had the bilateral mastectomy with lymph nodes removed. Then I had radiation. I had 33 rounds of radiation, which is where Kimber and I met. We had some matchmaker nurses that would tell each other, like tell us stories of each other without like, you know, breaking any laws that were out there. And then we happened to have appointments back to back one day, and we kind of made the connection ourselves. And yes, there was a lot of, it was, yes, we just say we both kind of have a sick sense of humor about all this. But like I learned about the term tit pit from Kimber. It's where Rebecca's zit was, but during radiation, it's a not so fun part to have radiated, but it's like the under boob. It's called the tit pit. So, and then I had an oophorectomy, which is what I'm in the process of recovering from, and then I will have reconstruction coming up. So yes, that's where, and then Kimber and I are both having the same kind of reconstruction. We're getting a deep flap is what it's called, and it's taking some of our stomach and reconstructing up top. So
Pretty much like a tummy tuck into a boob job.
Yep. Yep, and it will require some ICU stay.
Yeah.
And they said to plan 5 to 7 days in the hospital recovery.
And about 8 to 10 weeks at home recovery.
It's just
So
the
fun.
Fly through this because we
So fun.
everything else.
So easy.